The summer movies continue to come out, and one even features a live-action remake. So producer Charlie joins me now for Cinema Corner. Tell me where we start.
Okay, so like you said, live action.
Yeah.
It's the thing anymore.
It is the thing.
Remakes. So we have How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
This is the live-action remake of the 2010 animated film.
Yes.
So in case you somehow lived under the rock in the last 15 years and you don't
and you
know the plot of How to Train Your Dragon, it follows a Viking boy named Hiccup as he defies centuries of traditions by befriending a dragon named Toothless. If you haven't seen the animated, you should watch it because it's very good.
Yeah.
So, taking on our roles in live action, we have Mason Timms as Hiccup, Nico Parker plays Astrid, Nick Frost as well, and then Gerard Butler actually reprises his role. He played the voice of Stoic in the animated, and he's Stoic in the live action.
All right.
So the remake was actually announced back in February 2023, so they moved very fast because that's a little over 2 years. Very quick for a live action, in my opinion. Dean DeBlose actually wrote and directed the original, and he returned to write and direct the remake on one condition. He had full creative control.
Oh, okay, very specific.
And you know what? I don't blame him because that's your baby that you wrote 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to have full creative control bringing it to the live action screen? I will say, very good live action remake.
Yeah.
Have you watched it? Did you go watch it?
No, I haven't. I want to see it, though.
You should. I almost texted you over the weekend to go watch it.
Okay.
It felt like watching it, honestly, for the first time, in my opinion. You know the story, but it just felt like a breath of fresh air. It's not 100% copy and paste.
Yeah.
But it's close.
Okay.
There are tiny, tiny, tiny changes.
Yeah.
But if you've seen the animated, you've seen the live action for the most part. Mason Timms was an excellent casting for Hiccup. The mannerisms, the demeanor, the voice, perfect casting.
Yeah.
And it was great to have Gerard Butler back as Stoic as well. He ties in with the animated.
Yeah, I love it.
It's beautifully shot. I thought the dragon's designs brought to live action looked very good.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was, and some people said this based on when the trailer first came out, Toothless in live action just does not convey emotions as well as the animated.
I could see
Which, understandable. Animated, you can do so many more possibilities.
Of course.
But he still does pretty well with his emotions, but not as, doesn't show it as well in this one. The flying scenes were also a bit crazy and hard to tell what was going on sometimes, but that's with any super crazy fast flying anymore in anything.
Yeah.
So. Worldwide, it's actually made $197.6 million with a budget of $150 million.
Wow.
And most likely, it's only going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Okay.
You should go watch it.
What else you got?
So moving on, we have Materialists.
Oh my gosh, I've seen so much about this.
Yes, all the promo. So this is an R-rated romance.
Yeah.
It follows a young, ambitious New York City matchmaker when she finds herself torn between the perfect match and the imperfect ex. So this stars Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans.
Yeah.
A stacked cast. It's actually written and directed by Celine Song. This is her second feature after, if you remember, 2023's Past Lives, which was Oscar nominated. Song continues the exploration of intimacy, identity, and modern relationships, which you can tell. I will say, I was looking forward to this, but after watching it, it was meh.
Really?
I didn't care for it.
Okay.
I love all three of the actors. They're great actors themselves.
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel like they brought their A game.
Okay, so that's why I said I've seen a lot about it, is I think the same. I feel like a lot I've seen on like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok is people being really, really hyped about the casting, this trio, what it would be, and a lot of people seem a little bit let down from what it was.
Yeah. I felt like Dakota and Pedro, they just felt like they were just reading the lines.
Yeah.
They were just there. And then Chris Evans, it felt like he was trying too hard and going over the top with it.
I could see that.
And even the last half of the story just kind of goes off the rails and gets a little funky and also feels a little bit rushed as well. The first 2/3, 3/4 of it feels a little slow though too. I won't lie, I might have fallen asleep a couple times.
Oh, not the falling asleep.
Just very, very
not
short.
The falling asleep.
Just very, very short. But if you've seen online people's thoughts on this, they call this movie broke boy propaganda.
Oh, not broke boy propaganda.
Because Dakota Johnson's character, spoilers, give you a second if you want to watch it and haven't seen it yet, but Dakota Johnson's character falls for Pedro's character. He's very rich, he's very thoughtful, genuine, everything like that. And basically she just goes for her broke ex, who they never got along.
Yeah.
They even stated that they don't, love each other. They just put up with each other, basically. So people are like, it's kind of pushing that broke boy propaganda. Because, I mean, I would have gone with Pedro.
Sure. Yeah, I get it.
So it really highlights how picky we are in our dating criteria, which we all are.
Yeah,
and have been
for sure. Yeah.
But like, as Dakota's character of being a matchmaker, they're like, I want somebody this height, with this income, with this, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I've never actually thought about how critical we are in trying to find a partner. So it really shows that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, worldwide it's only made 15.5 million with a budget of 20 million, so it might get there. It's not like a bad movie, but would I watch it again? No.
Yeah.
So, moving on, we have a little bit of a foreign indie film that's coming to the U.S. this weekend.
Oh.
So, this is Mr. Blake at Your Service.
Oh, well, all right.
So, this is a comedy drama that follows a widowed British businessman as he takes the job of a butler of a manor house in France to keep the memories of his late French wife. His life takes a turn as he navigates the eccentric behavior of the lady of the manor and the household staff. So this stars the one and only John Malkovich.
Oh, yes, okay.
Starring alongside him, we have Fanny Ardant, Emily Duquesne, and Philippe Bass.
Okay.
So this was actually written and directed by Gilles Legardien. Forgive my French. Legardiner.
Yep.
And it's actually his feature directorial debut, and it's actually based off his own novel, 2012 novel called Compliment Creme.
Your French is really good today.
Pardon my French.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Gillis actually wanted to highlight in his books, he said, 2 principles when he initially wrote them.
Yeah.
And those were, 1, it's never too late, and 2, problems are always less weighty when shared. Oh. And you can really tell that in the film. It's a very heartwarming film. It definitely gives me a little bit of Hallmark vibes, but good.
Okay, I like
John Malkovich is great in it. Love him. I'm not familiar with the rest of the cast. They're more French, European stars in their own rights. I will say, the story, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's a little predictable, but it doesn't stop you from enjoying the film.
Okay, I like that.
It's a very nice, stay-at-home date night movie to watch, and like I said, it releases in theaters this weekend in the U.S. It's had its international releases, but now it's finally coming to the U.S.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited.
Watch for it in theaters.
All right, what about
this weekend? This weekend, coming up, we have 28 Years Later.
Oh my gosh.
This is the 3rd installment in the, I don't even know what to call 28 franchise.
The 28 series, yeah.
Because there's 28 days, 28 weeks, and then now this one, 28 years.
Okay.
And then also we have Pixar Disney's new film, Elio, which looks super cute. Excited to see that. And then we have Bride Hard. Have you seen anything about this one?
Is this with Rebel
Wilson and Brittany Snow, yes.
Okay, interesting.
So it looks funny.
A Pitch Perfect reunion.
Right, a Pitch Perfect reunion. So then coming to streaming, out right now on Hulu, we have Skincare with Elizabeth Banks. And then this Friday, we have a Minecraft movie coming to Max.
Oh my gosh, what a Minecraft movie. Okay, well, as he stated, there are plenty of options to check out right now in theaters, on screen, and of course, on streaming as well. So check it out and let us know what you think. We'll be right back.